You're speaking about my ancestors now.
I thought they are very challenger. Challenger.
Yes.
Like a very 모험심. What is 모험심? Like a very
adventure.
Isn't it?
That's true.
Very far away from there by ship.
Where else? How else? I mean, no.
So I thought
Columbus.
Right. Well, you used to talk about empire, families, which is, my family had somebody in New Zealand. His name was Skipper somebody, and somebody in South Africa and England in America. And so the idea of having your family spread out all over the world in England was kind of natural at that time.
at the time.
Yeah, at the time. And but as for New Zealand, I've never been there, but I would love to go. There's a wonderful movie called Whale Rider. Now this
Whale
movie,
Rider.
yeah,
I
it
didn't
is
see it. Yeah.
maybe 15 years old. It's wonderful. I used to show it in one of my classes, and it's about life. All the actors in that movie are Maori, but they only speak. They speak both English and Maori, but in the movie it's mostly in English because it's for international audiences. And the book was written by a Maori person who happened to be in New York, saw a whale in the Hudson River, which is, the mouth of the Hudson River, which is the port of New York, and kind of was inspired by that. There's a myth of the founding, every country has its foundation myth. Like in Japan, the egg or something, or the Tangun, and the bear or the tiger, right? The blue-eyed people and the brown-eyed people, etc. Well, in New Zealand, they have a myth of Paikea, the goddess, who arrived in New Zealand riding a whale. And so the story is that
You ride whale also.
I would like to.
Your goddess.
Well, not a goddess, but anyway, I'd like to,
No, it was tuna fishings.
touching a whale. Whatever.
Riding the tuna.
Yeah, riding a tuna. Well, it's small. But anyway, talk about this movie, and it's true what you said about bars. Apparently, recently, the Maori population has been, what should I say? Yeah. What do the empire people do? They kind of crush the white people, We don't have a good reputation worldwide with white people with blue eyes and whatever, anyway, the Maori people, unfortunately, these days, many of them are into drugs and alcohol, etc. You see that in the movie. The movie centers around a family where the grandfather is the head of his clan. And of course, it's only masculine, kind of like Korea, the men are in charge, whatever. And so the man has a son. He expects his son to be the next leader of his group, but the son's kind of an artist and he likes to go to Europe, but he marries a Maori girl, and they have twins, and a boy and a girl. However, the mother and the boy die when the boy is born, but the girl survives. And the father said to his father, the grandfather, I'm naming this girl Paikea.
Goddess.
And then the no, sacred name, no, absolutely not. Too bad, says the son. I'm naming her Paikea, and I'm going to Germany to see my girlfriend over there. And that's it. So the grandfather, Paikea, should be the leader of the country, but the grandfather does not want to accept this, of course. But he loves his granddaughter anyway. And so it's a story about love of the family, but who's kind of drama, who's going to be the leader. The grandfather says, well, nobody in my family, my granddaughter's not going to be the leader because she's a girl. We have to have men. So he goes out to train all the young men in the use of the stick, and the haka. You see that?
Haka, they're singing something.
Yeah, well, the haka is the is the traditional kind of
Fighting song, yeah.
belligerent greeting to
Okay.
another
Very
side,
powerful.
and they use it when the All Blacks, play rugby or they play soccer, and they go forward and they stick out their tongues as far as they can
yeah.
to kind of scare the enemy, And we're gonna beat you, Run while the running is good. Anyway, so it's a wonderful movie, and many phrases and expressions and songs are done in the Maori language. Maori language was declining, and very few people spoke it. Only the old
But
grandmas.
everywhere they have two languages, English
now,
and Maori.
Right. Now it's everything. I saw the passport of one of our professors from New Zealand at my university, and it was in both.
Yes.
English
Very
and
interesting.
Maori, everything both. But before then, the language was declining, and so the grandmas, not the cheetahs, not the cheetahs.
Not cheap, but
Because TI in Spanish and Portuguese means ant.
Yeah.
TIA, right? So titas. Anyway, so the grandmas in New Zealand made what they call the nests, NESTS, like a bird's nest.
Yes.
And
Many birds there, yeah.
okay. So they made nests where the grandmas, it was like kind of kindergarten or preschool, would teach the Maori language and tradition to the young children, and therefore the Maori language has made a comeback. And now it's the two
Yeah,
official
I think it was
languages.
very nice.
So I urge you to see this movie. Maybe you can find it on Netflix or something. I don't know. But it's
is it a new movie?
No, it's like 15 years old or something. But the young girl is the star, and she's totally amazing.
Whale Rider.
Whale
rider.
Whale
The title.
rider, and
The
she
goddess.
actually rides a whale because many whales are stranded on the beach at one point, and the family, they all go to the village goes to try and push them back, but she speaks to the whales, and she gets on the whale and rides it. Anyway, we'll see. Happy ending or not, we'll see. Anyway, it's a wonderful movie, beautiful scenery.
Yeah, really beautiful scenery they got. It can be really good tourist spot, I think.
How many days were you there?
Only 1 week. I really want to go again.
Good. Well, we'll make a fun. Send Cindy to it.
no, she was there already.
Okay, we should go. Great.
The beauty of this get together every month, and I learn so much. The different experiences.
It's like you were there, yes? You don't need to travel actually.
So you mentioned about your experiences in Philippines. Usually, before our country developed like this, before that, the Philippines more
Was rich.
their wealth was better than our country. I read an article about that. But because of the political system or corruption, even they have a great people's attitudes.
Leader is bad.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned about the Korean peoples. At first, the Korean people inside themselves, they are very gentle, and they understand. Young generation and generation emphasize to be friendly to the different people or foreigners, but they have a problem to express themselves, especially in a short period of time, just over 70 years, I was born the Korean conflict. So in a short period of time, materially, we have come a long way, but spiritually, or we are very slow to understand the different culture. Something like this, it is a wonderful experience, the opportunity to understand the different people and accepting their cultures and the customs. So this is a great, the beauty of this get together once a month. It's a great experience, and my YouTube channel will make a great contribution to understanding the foreign cultures, Philippines. Yeah. It's a wonderful your experience. If we say this place, that's it. But if I upload it to my channel, so many different people understand the great people of the Philippines. And you talk about the bullying situation. Usually now to the Korean people, now it's the top current topics.
Yeah.
Korean people bully the Korean people.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, inequality of wealth, inequality of power, now is polarized and lopsided between the rich and the less unfortunate people. It is increasing every day, so we must let them know like this. It's very important.
But you know, that's what I saw in America too this summer. It's very depressing, you know. There's marijuana shops, and everybody's drugs, and
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Well, I was last summer. I went through Anchorage so I could see my second son. We used to go to Anchorage every year. It was wonderful. We had friends. Now it's horrible. The natives, you know, the Inuit people are sleeping on the street right in front of the tourist, you know, office, and people are on drugs. And Seattle, I was in Seattle too. America is just crumbling. It's terrible. I was shocked. Shocked, absolutely. Yeah. But this inequality is getting to be in many countries too, even the strongest supposedly countries. Yeah.
Rich is the best.
British are the best.
Rich.
Oh, rich are the best. Well, are you rich?
She is rich.
Should I tell them?
I'm not sure.
Well, Shindy,
Maybe you better.
you look rich.
Yeah, that's
Only look. Inside different.
No, but I think that Joshua doesn't know how you came to go to
Yes.
the Philippines.
I went to New Zealand.
No, sorry.
You're confused.
New Zealand, yeah. So tell us
Should I
about-
tell them my story
Yeah, you should
about
tell
that?
us.
It's a very interesting
She
story.
didn't pay herself to
You know, everybody think I went there with my own money, but it was not, because when May, I decorate. My job is decorate flower thing, and as you know, I teach flower and then decorate party things in embassy, many embassy. Then this May, I decorated New Zealand embassy. Okay. Then finally, like at the end of the party, they have lucky draw. I was supposed. I got first prize. It was free. Everything free. Yeah, everything was free. Yeah, first class, everything.
You're so glad.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, how lucky I am.
Right.
Yeah. And also in there, my Japanese. I went with my friend in Japan. She and I was friends when I was university, because I studied there. And then she and me, we sat down the bar and then we drank wine, and then we said, how lucky we are. It's a beautiful country. Front of this ocean or what is lake? I don't know. It was Queenstown. It was Queenstown, like a king. We sat there, and it was a floating bar. Floating. And the bartender says, handsome. Every time they talking to us very nice. Oh, you look so beautiful. And it not just she said it maybe it just lips up. So she said, so no, it's not. He came to, oh, I like your this the jacket or hat, like very detailing. he said really detailed things. I said, no, it's not just lip service because lip service, if lip service, he didn't tell that
Detail.
And then when we finished, he called cab to go to hotel with very good service. Yeah, so it was really, yeah, but by the way, yeah.
Wow.
So and then final day, last day, we went there again. And then she bought big champagne.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for everybody. It was a really nice holiday I had.
Whoa.
Yeah, I wanted to stay more, but I should come back to another party business. So it's only 1 week, but it was enough to me. Yeah, she was so happy in Tokyo. Oh, in my life, it was most beautiful. Yeah.
So how did you meet? I mean, did you come to Korea? And
No,
then
no,
you
no.
met
She fly from Tokyo, Narita. I fly from Incheon, and then we met in the Auckland airport. Yeah, we doing that very often. Yeah. In France, we did New York, and we did like that. So
Yeah, well, you should also know that Shindy speaks perfect Japanese. Also.
because I was there, university, graduate school, and then some trading company, and I had my own business at the time. So 18 years.
In Japan.
Yeah. Yes.
It says that you speak Japanese where?
I told you. Yeah, I speak Japanese with her. Yeah.
日本語で。
日本語で話しました。今日本語で話してって。지금? Now? So, but you can speak Japanese.
How many languages can you speak?
Only English, Japanese. poco Italian. Original. It's original. Yeah.
Polyglot.
Well, this is a good idea. Let's see. All right. So let's say all the languages we speak. So, Christina,
Korean, English, German.
just
German.
Okay. So Korean, English, German. Okay. And we're gonna add Japanese, right? Japanese, Korean, English, German. Okay.
Russian.
From Russia. Wait, we were going around the
Wait, around.
Same Korean, Japanese, English, and we have another language here.
Czech language.
Czech.
Check.
Okay. Any other one?
I mean, I studied German
Mm.
and Russian.
Study Russian. Oh, we have Russian right here. Okay. Okay. Good. And then we have.
Only English and Korean and
some
Filipino. Tagalog.
Oh,
Tagalog.
Yeah.
I can say Ali Bang Bang and
What is Alibaba?
Butterfly or something.
Yeah.
Alibaba?
It's actually it's a dragonfly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a Filipino roommate in graduate school. Just 2 words I know. I used to do the tinny clean.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You did it.
All I know is batay.
Huh?
Batay.
Bagay?
Die.
Patay.
Batay. What did I
Patay
say?
means die.
Oh.
Patay.
Oh.
My Korean friend taught me this word. She said, you don't have to speak other words, just say batay. It means die.
So if some guy is annoying you, just say patay.
Exactly.
Not ba. P.
Patay.
Patay.
She says, she's Korean, I know.
You're
She
dead.
says
Patay ka. Patay ka. You're dead.
I would say in New York, drop dead.
Yeah.
Drop dead.
Same as like that. Patay ka.
Terrible. Okay. And then we have a polyglot here. Okay, tell us your languages, okay?
English.
Yeah, and?
Malaysian.
Malaysian.
Malay.
And?
Chinese?
Oh, Chinese.
Right.
Cantonese or Peking?
Mandarin.
펜콘이잖아요. Peking.
Oh.
Cantonese. Okay.
How come
Who's Chinese? What Chinese?
Cantonese is the dialect.
Oh.
Yeah. Mandarin is
I also
the
Mandarin. You speak Mandarin?
What? How
And
is
your
come-
husband from where?
Austrian.
And you speak Austrian.
German.
Oh, German.
Okay. Like the lady sitting next to
Mm.
you.
Why Chinese?
Chinese.
How comes you speak Chinese?
Because my parents are Chinese.
Ah.
She grew up
In Malaysia.
You're very interesting.
Interesting.
So my father came from China. Yeah, he actually went over to China when he was very young, together with some relatives and friends in a ship. Yeah, and then he landed, and then he met my mother in Malaysia. That time my mom was very young too. My mom was maybe 16 years old. Yeah. My father is 10 years older. And I raised up a family.
Interesting.
We have 10 brothers.
Her husband is real artist.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen his work
Yeah,
there.
I went to the exhibition. Many ambassadors there, and then many people there. Really,
Right, he's great.
I went to Children's Grant Park a couple of weeks ago and I saw a poster with your
So you
husband's
didn't go
name.
there?
No, because we were just walking around the park and then we had to go back. We were there for something.
여기서
But I saw the
뭔지를
poster with your husband's name. At Children's Grant Park.
여기서는 별로 안 유명한데.
Actually, the first, I said, the first art gallery, and they actually renovated the whole building.
How was it? How did it go? The 3 weeks? It was
Yeah, the 3 weeks was okay, a lot of guests.
자기 교회로 오라.
he was satisfied.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it.
누가?
Except for
양반이
the sick
나한테
leave,
지네
she
교회로
came.
오라고 엄청나게 보냈더라고요. 그걸 끊어버렸어.
The German ambassador, German embassy, the embassy.
관계 없잖아. 종교 관계 없이.
I speak Spanish.
음.
My father spoke to me in English. My parents are from Puerto Rico, but my father went to America when he was 5. So he spoke to me in English. But my mother went to New York when she was 20. So she always spoke to me in Spanish. So really,
스페니쉬, 잉글리시, 포르투기.
my husband, I have Portuguese ancestors, but I don't speak Portuguese or Brazilian or whatever. My husband is Dutch, so I can understand some Dutch because when I visit his family,
So many languages.
and I lived in Russia. I lived in Russia for 8 years. That's why I met Angelica. So I speak some Russian, or I understand some.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Your brain is like.
It's really mixed up. It's really mixed up. Yeah, especially when you get older. Because now, like I talk to my aunt. When I talk to my brain. When I try to talk to my aunt, she talks to me completely in Spanish, and I talk to her in English. Sometimes I try to talk to her in Spanish, I can't find the words. It's like they're in my brain, but a Korean word comes. Or a Russian word comes. Where's the Spanish word? But then if I look it up, oh, I know that word, but I don't remember it. Because it's been like 30 years that I was my parents passed away, so. And some Korean.
Oh, what is the main language?
English.
English,
I-
easy, yeah.
Yeah, I think in English. My children, they all speak Korean. My daughter speaks Russian. She speaks German. She just started Spanish.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Your husband?
He speaks English, Dutch, German, Russian, some French, some Korean. So, yeah, our families all mixed up. International, not mixed up.
Well, I don't know. I speak music.
Music.
What can I say?
International language.
Yeah.
Everybody understands.
Yeah.
So that's all.
No.
That's your main language.
Well, actually, my father is Tatar. You know, Tatar, Mongol Tatar.
And they have their own language.
What is that?
Yeah, they have their own language.
Mongolian.
Mongolia?
Can you
Your
speak
father?
that language?
No. No.
Yeah, tell
He
her
never
I came from
talked
the
to you?
plains of
No,
Russia.
well, actually, no, but my stepfather
Oh,
told me.
interesting.
That guy did talk.
So in Russia mostly.
Right, Russian. So my mom is Russian, but beautiful wavy hair.
Mm.
I speak Korean. Sorry, I have to say that. People always tell me, "Well, you've been here for 21 years, and your language." I say,
Right.
감사합니다. So I try to now I know the difference. 안녕히계세요, 안녕히가세요. I got that right, at least. Yeah, and we always say 사랑해요. And I just had a nice party, my first work party,
Yeah.
my first gig, paid gig. I work here now, not only
Great.
but I work here. So it was 2 days ago, and Ajuma came to me, and she said, "Oh, so where are you from?" I said, "Well, I'm from here." She's like, and then you know what I did? I called her Oni. She said, "I didn't know your name." I said, "Oni." So let's dance together. She's like, she called me Oni. Let's dance. So once you call somebody Oni, that's something that's a heart opener. And I also had experience with the other Oni somewhere else, like in a nutritional company, like a convention. Somebody invited me. And the lady I've never seen before, but she looked very nice. She looked like my auntie, really. And I looked at her and said, she said something before she started speaking. I said, "Oh, can I call you Oni?" She said, "Oh, yes, you can come to my house." I said, okay. So now I know, right? After 21 years living here, like when you call somebody Oni, it's a door opening.
Right.
It's just, that's it. So I'm learning, still learning.
I think that's only in Korea. Only.
I know, only in Korea. So that's,
But if you call them Ajuma, they will hit you.
I know.
They don't like that. Oni is better. Even though you feel that you are older than them, you call them Oni.
Oni is
They
better.
only love it. Shows respect.
I have also like the experience of that playing with words. I was teaching my students this song called Harmony. Harmony. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, let's learn that harmony song. Harmony song.
That's what you say, harmony.
Yeah, harmony song. I said, it's about harmony, right? Anyway, just nice.
That's hard, the R and the L.
Yeah.
Harmony, not
Yeah.
harmony.
So interesting. Yeah.
Thank you, Winnie.
It's closing. I'm not only.
Sense of humor. I like your sense of humor. Yeah.
And to me, besides Myra, I'm the only native speaker of English here, but
Oh yeah.
all of us are communicating
Yeah,
in
yeah.
English. So congratulations to all of you, right? A+ in my class. Whatever. Yes. I can speak English, and my major in college and university and graduate school, I have a PhD in French literature, and was professor of French for 12 years in America before I came here. But I'm not allowed by the Korean government to teach French here because the French government, the Korean government says foreigners can only teach their first language. So even after so many years teaching,
Really?
yeah, I
So
can only
bad.
teach English. It's okay. Literature is literature. It's
Same.
No problem. So anyway. I studied Spanish, but I can't do the I can't do the really forget Spanish. But I did live in Brazil for a few years, and I studied Portuguese before I went. And so eu estava gostando do Brasil. Done.